Friends, my name is Bhimaraju Pundarika Varadarao. I am 70-year-old right now. I have done MSc, MHRM, law. Then I worked as a lecturer in botany. Then I was in a nationalized bank as a lecturer, faculty member, principal for about 10 years. Worked in Hyderabad, Mumbai. Then I worked in the Centurion Bank, even HDFC Bank for a while. And then I was a program director in Adventus for about 1 year or 1.5 years. Then I am as a guest faculty I was going. As a college principal, I was taking sessions on HRD, motivation, personality development, conflict management, interpersonal relations, stress management, group dynamics, like this, performance appraisal. Apart from this, from the childhood, I had a deep interest in reading scriptures and the contemporary literatures. And after I took my VRS way back in 2001, for about 18 years, I had the time to hear good number of speeches and read literature, Bhagavad Gita, and modern books, scientific books. And then I was following Paramahamsa Yogananda. He has written, you must be knowing, Autobiography of a Yogi. From last 44 years I am following. So what all things I have gathered through the speeches, through the videos of the various internet videos of Swamis, I was going through the meditation, and intuitively I got some ideas of the various slokas, and a mixture of all these things made me to put forth some of my views in the form of videos. Then you may say, why these videos? Why not? There are so many books are available, so many videos of saints are available. Then why your video? My humble point is, for example, in Telugu, there are some example I am telling. One, Premji, he has written excellent video. He has got about 200 videos on Mahabharata, 200 videos on Bhagavad Gita. Even the present day generation, they are hard pressed for time. They don't have the time to go through 200 videos and to understand. Over and above, there are so many contradictions and so many gurus and so many things. They don't have the time. And and one more thing I have noticed, when they are hearing any speech also, they either knowingly or unknowingly certain words they use it, and the meaning of that is not very clear. For example, even though I was a scholar in my own style, one particular word, for example, Vihita Karma, they say, do whatever is there in the Vihita Karma. Vihita means exactly what is Vihita. Vihita is a good karma or bad karma. Vihita means what all the duties that are prescribed to you by the Shastras. But it's not, either do's or don'ts not very clear on that particular language. So that is what is required. Another thing is somewhere, Patram, Phalam, Pushpam, Toyam, Bhagavan Krishna says, you give me water, you give me leaf, flower, or water. Many people, I tested it for a cross verification. Maybe educated people I'm not talking to. Some, even the semi-educated people who are interested to read, the Toyam means water. That is not very clear. So God, you don't have to look for various prasadams. Even if you offer water, it is suffice. So then, my Guru said one thing. Instead of, you should not leave the world, oh, so-and-so, he has got so much property, so much he was worked as a lecturer. This is not the thing, the biography one should know about a person. He should leave his footprint, he was telling. Whether I am useful to the society, even in a small way, that matters. And that also my Guru says, after meditation, you will have some creative thinking. Everybody is having the creativity, that has to be put into action. While putting into action, there will be doubts will be there. Whether I am doing correctly or not, whether I am doing wrong thing, whether I am doing it out of pride or really want to contribute. In Bhagavad Gita it was mentioned, the people, everybody, even in scientifically also, there are three things, three forces that are operating in the person. One is three gunas, what you call it, tamor guna, rajo guna, sattvika guna. A man is a mixture of all these things. Somebody will be completely sattvika, maybe saints, and then somebody is rajasic, Ravana you may call it, action oriented fellow. Tamasic is a very lazy fellow. Another fellow is a lazy fellow like Kumbhakarna. Sattvika Vibhishana you may call it. So whatever it is, in reality a person will have a mixture of all these things, but with one quality predominantly over. If saints are there fully with crossing all these gunas and they are away from the society, they do not want to give any speech to anybody, then how the knowledge will go to the other people? That is one aspect. And if somebody says you should have the experience before you speak, even the person who is having experience may not speak, or he may not have the capability, whatever it is, the constraints. And then there are some persons who know it, but they think how it will be looked upon by the society if I say so. My family members will say, or other friends will say, why are you doing it? You may not do it. That kind of hindrances may come in the way. But for doing good, then you have to think for a minute what Sringeri Jagadguru Bharati Tirtha Swami in one occasion said. The yardstick in doing a thing is, if you want to talk on a subject, he said, don't defame any of our ancient literatures. If anything you are adding up in a constructive way, you are welcome. So throughout my videos, I have taken pains only to give a positive orientation to our culture and our shastras in a scientific way and psychological way, so that as a modern man, because I had the privilege of reading in human resources management books as a postgraduate student, and I was teaching these things in the classes as well. So I have best of both East and West, and with that I can honestly say a honest presentation of these videos will take care of a best of both and interpret in a proper way without any ill will to anyone. And these things are not done out of my ego. Maybe unknowingly 10% may be there. I am not a superhuman being, but basically it is emanated with a view to help the society in whatever way I can contribute. Then one more thing. In Bhagavad Gita, which I liked, is there is a particular word people misunderstand also. For a sarvarambha parityagi. That means in the beginning itself somebody gives up. Don't take any action on your own. That's what the apparent meaning. Even if you are not taking any action, then how? He says karma yoga, you have to do some action. Here he is telling karma sarvarambha parityāga. In the beginning itself, he will not take any action on his own sumuto. He himself will not take. Some action comes, some from other side he will react, or whatever duty comes, then only he will do that. That's okay. In some other point, I will come to this point. Vivekananda also said, whatever comes in your way, that is duty. My guru also said the same thing. But don't take extra load of work out of pride or unwantedly to show off your vanity. That is not a thing. But in Bhagavad Gita, somewhere else he said, when you do completing your duties for the family or otherwise which are coming in the way, and then your main duty is to find way to God. That is meditation. What the Guru, other people have given it to us. You follow that. You follow your Shastra, like Vishnu Sahasranama reading, Bhagavad Gita reading, or doing meditation, Raja Yoga, as I am doing. After that, instead of going to sleep and after watching TV, you can use some time which is left out. Sometime, I'm telling, after doing all that, maybe 1 hour you definitely will get it. That you can use it for some constructive purposes like this, which I thought of coming out in the form of video. Individually, Mother Teresa was also telling one time, you need not have big audience. Even if you can tell one person also one-to-one, that is okay. I had the privilege of telling, where even in the bus stand, if I find a young boy watching what you call WhatsApp and other things, I will see his mood and tell him some constructive points. He won't accept it when his other friends are there or before his girlfriends, whatever it is. But I have to see the situation and try to say. But again, if I tell to the youngsters, they say we are too young to be told. If I tell to the peers, they think that I am showing off. To the very elders, we don't have the energies. You can understand like this. But at the same time, some people are interested. And who would not know? And one more thing, so everybody is interested on some aspect or other. Somebody says, I want health, what sloka I have to read? Somebody says, I want to get promotion, what I have to do, any sloka or any kind of things or what it thinks. And another man says, stress management, I want to know some more tricks. Somebody will say, how to improve my health, what any schemes are available in the scriptures or whatever it is. We have got, of course, Ayurveda. Let us go into, there are so many issues that can be cropped up and they can be dealt in a constructive way. These are all mentioned in Bhagavad Gita to an extent. For example, if you want to have a washing machine, there is a manual to how to operate. For everything, there is a manual how to operate. And how our person, body, mind, soul to operate, there is a Bhagavad Gita which is mentioned. It has really taken care of what type of food to be taken and how the speech should be there, how the personality development in all aspects, in all gunas, how it can be carried out, what is meditation. Instead of asking all the type of people how one should behave, it has been nicely mentioned. But some seemingly contradictions will be there if a person is not understanding or not properly understanding. That possibilities are there. That those points which I learned, I will be placing in the appropriate situations. Kindly bear with me. These are all with all sincerity, without any ego, I have provided these things. And people go on telling you attend satsang. See, satsang is nothing but a kind of motivation and inspiration in our modern language to say it. So that we will talk on separate, how the group dynamics works out on that particular thing. One more thing. This point is relevant to many other persons as well. A lady at the age of 58, she has, after retirement, after performing her children's marriage, she gave Bharatanatyam performance. Some reporter came and asked her, why you are performing Bharatanatyam at this age? She said, when I was young, I was asked to study. Then I got married, so I cannot perform that easily. And then because I was pregnant, kind of things. Then I was working. Then I have to rear my children. Then I have to get them married. I just retired. Now I have the time to show as a hobby. And the hobby is good for maintaining a good mental picture as such. Mental health also will grow, and if your mind is okay, automatically body will be there. So these are all the constructive hobbies one should go. And then when you are doing, it is like this. How one should go about, that is the big issue. See, when you prepare something, you may think generally, I can wait for tomorrow and I can improve upon that particular thing. So the perfection is desirable, but never been fully achieved. And a senior executive whom I happened to meet, very educated fellow, I liked one statement which is he has written on his board. What is that, on his table? Don't wait for best, start with better. That is the thing. If at all something to be improved upon, we will improve it on later on. For example, Mahatma Gandhi wrote Bhagavad Gita in 2 or 3 editions. In the last edition, he says, don't go by the earlier edition, whatever I have mentioned. This is the latest one. I have improved upon my own thoughts. So my thoughts are not the same thing which I was having in the 40, 50. So see, it keeps on changing dynamically. But unless I share my ideas as a modern man of the present day generation, having worked in a responsible position, so don't say that I'm only what you call a superstitiously reading scriptures. No, not that way. I got benefits out of this particular situation, and some of the interpretations are mine with all my thing. Some are borrowed, no doubt on that, which is a very good one. I will definitely acknowledge. But what I have done is important points, which are flash points, I have put it. My son also gave a constructive suggestion. Father, if you do a big speeches again, the people may lose interest. So important point you select and put it a kind of gist in a small way, so that people may be interested to see that particular portion which is relevant to them or which they feel relevant. So that is the idea. With that idea, I am proceeding. I hope you will appreciate my effort. Thank you.